Now, the last time I was talking to you, I was talking about Alexandre Dumas, the great French novelist of the 1800s. At that time, when I left off, he was still just a messenger boy for a notary. Well, that time, he developed an interest in the theater and started going to plays. When he saw a production of Shakespeare's Hamlet, it grabbed him so much that he went home and memorized the entire role of Hamlet. Now, and it also inspired him to try to write a play of his own. And so he wrote one called Henry III, and it got accepted by the Theatre Francais. The play became an instant success, and at the age of 26, he became one of the leading figures of society. Now, in the society where he did his socializing, his color actually worked in his favor. The theater crowd of his day would say that his intensity of feeling that his plays emoted came from his African passions and his tropical sensuousness. There were times, however, when there were currents he had to swim against. One of his contemporaries, Honoré Balzac, another great French writer, used to refer to him jealously and disparagingly as the Negro. But Dumas was never really concerned about his color. In his own words, he once said, "When I discovered that I was black, I determined to so act that men should see beneath my skin." Once, one of his mistresses told him that she was pregnant, and he told her, "I am not so presumptuous as to believe myself the author of this miracle, but if he brings into this vale of tears a head of kinky hair, I'll have to be convinced." Dumas was getting so popular as a playwright that he decided that he needed his own theater, and so he opened one and packed it nightly for the next several years, as a matter of fact. During this part of his life, he developed a witty personality. Once, while in a theater with a fellow playwright whose play was being performed, Dumas saw a man fast asleep and twitted, not tweeted. He twitted his friend about it. The next night, both were in the same theater, and again they saw a man asleep. But this time it was one of Dumas' plays that was being produced. The playwright didn't miss this chance to return the dig and said to Dumas, "Monsieur Dumas, I see your plays also send people to sleep." "Oh, no," Dumas laughed. He said, "That's the same fellow we saw last night. He's still asleep." He wrote another 50 plays, but was also in financial hot water because he spent his money faster than it came in. Eventually, the public grew tired of his plays and he became swamped in debt. He scattered money about like the wind scatters the leaves. In his own words, whatever my hand grasps, it holds tightly except money, which flows through it like water. An example: he once built a castle in the suburbs and called it Monte Cristo. People whom he never met would come in to spend a weekend. Once a friend asked to be introduced to a guest who was sitting near him at the table. "Introduce him," Alexander said laughingly. He says, "Why, I never even met the man myself." He never locked up his valuables and used to keep a heap of gold coins on his dressing room table for anyone who wanted or needed them. He bought a yacht and sailed it to Algiers and was given a 21 gun salute when he got there. Now, when the revolution of 1848 brought about the collapse of the theater, he found himself bankrupt and was forced to flee to Brussels along with other refugees. This was when he started writing novels, and his books became such a sensation that again he became the most talked about man in France. He soon met a man called Auguste Marquette, who ended up becoming one of his lifelong collaborators. He took a sketch that Marquette had written and breathed life into it, making it into the Chevalier Harmental, and it became an overnight success. There's something I have to tell you about Dumas' collaborators, but later.